Welcome, everyone, to the Everything Show, episode 848. I am your host, Matrixlord212, and I'm with Chris. What's up, Chris?
What's up, guys?
All right, so I saw the box office numbers, Chris, for Doctor Strange, and it looks like we're going to have another powerful week for the Marvel movie. Right now, it stands at domestically 191,724,475, and worldwide 582 million about. And again, we don't have, we just started the weekend. So I'm pretty sure, I think it's safe to say it's going to make over 600, correct?
I think that's safe to assume.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how much higher it's going to go, but do you think they're going to have a sequel to it?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. I
think that that's probably going to be.
Just what?
I said I think that's probably going to be the main staple of the upcoming Marvel phase is going to be Doctor Strange rather than anybody else.
Yeah. It looks like they had talked about the deal about 20th Century and Marvel, and that doesn't look like it's going too well. So basically they said don't count on anything right now about crossover with the X-Men or any of that stuff, Fantastic Four, because it's nowhere right now. So Phase 4, I would have hoped it would have been Fantastic Four, but there's a lot. We got a lot to go till then. I mean, we have Guardians of the Galaxy 2, which looks great, right? I mean,
yeah.
And Thor, we don't have a trailer for that yet, Thor Ragnarok. And Spider-Man Homecoming. Now, I did see the Comic-Con leaked footage here or there. I mean, we are getting a trailer soon, right, on Rogue One?
Rogue One, yeah.
I saw a part where, Michael Keaton's on the ground or something, and then you see some type of thing flying around. Was that real, or was that just like a...
to be honest, I've heard that some of the leaked footage is fake.
Okay.
But, I mean, I don't know. It could be real. Who knows? Some of these things come out. Sometimes they don't. I remember when the footage for Godzilla 2014 came out. Nobody got that online until, a year or two later.
Right.
I mean, it's possible, but, I doubt it.
And what's going on with Kong?
Well, we had that trailer. We didn't get to talk about it, but the second trailer came out, and I thought it was fantastic. I was really, really happy with it. I'm really happy that they made their own kaiju for this movie.
Yeah.
And I'm also happy that, with the way Kong looks, I'm a big fan of it. Of course, this is the adolescent Kong. He's not fully grown yet. Yeah. And I'm happy that there's a comedic character in it, in John C. Reilly's character. I'm glad this isn't going to be super, super dark and super serious, because I think that would be the wrong way to go. Right. But honestly, that's other than Star Wars Episode 8, that's my most anticipated movie for next year. And I think it's going to do well.
What about Alien Covenant? I mean,
honestly, I'm going to be honest with you. I really have no interest in it right now.
Wow.
I really don't. I just there are so many other things that are coming out that's really not even on my radar.
Really?
I'll go see it if I can, but
I mean, when I saw the poster, and that's coming out months earlier, I was very excited to see that. I mean, now, at the end of the day, it is Prometheus 2.
Yes.
And I know we were talking about this before, and we were kind of pissed that, Ridley Scott had said that he's not going to, it was going to go an offshoot, different direction, not aliens, not this, different alien creatures. And, the moment that things came around about Blottenkamp doing an Alien 5 with erasing the Alien 3 and 4 and bringing back Sigourney Weaver, bringing back Newt and Hicks, right?
Yeah.
That was like the buzz, Everybody wanted that, and then all of a sudden he changed his tune and he put aliens in the movie. And that got delayed, and I'm like, what are we really going to see here now? I mean, what kind of movie is this going to be? I mean, even Naomi Rapace we don't even know she's the main heroine in this, right?
As far as from what I'm hearing, and I don't know how true this is, but from what I'm hearing that Michael Fassbender's character David is going to be the main character. Apparently, he's going to be playing multiple versions of himself. Like, so I guess it's going to be the one from Prometheus, and then maybe this new crew has a David on board, and maybe it's a different model. So it's like he's going to be playing two different characters, but like they're the same idea. And as far as the xenomorphs go, we are getting new versions in this movie. However, I'm going to be very disappointed if they're not related to the one that was at the end of Prometheus, because I really wanted to know more about that thing. They call it the Deacon. That's
right. The Deacon alien, right?
Yeah. I'm really, really interested in finding out what that was all about. And I think a lot of people are interested because there are so many ideas that I've seen from Prometheus that really it tells me that nobody knows what the hell that thing was at the end.
Yeah.
They have like some idea. There are like multiple ideas that all make sense, but we didn't get an answer to that. So if they just come out and they're like, oh yeah, these are totally unrelated to that, these are completely new xenomorphs, that thing is just running around that planet, great. What's the point of introducing it at all? What were you trying to accomplish?
Yeah. You hear me, Chris?
Yeah.
Okay. And are we still getting Neil Blomkamp's alien, or?
As far as I know, they're not doing it right now. Because Sigourney Weaver came out this was a while ago, and she said that like something like, I don't remember exactly what she said, but I think she said that there is a first draft of the script, if I remember correctly. But as far as we know, they're not doing any work on it right now. So I doubt it's even going to happen. Especially, let me say this. If Alien Covenant does very well, we're not going to see anyone else do alien stuff for a long time, unless it's Ridley Scott, which could be good or bad. You never know. So
we won't get what we want with Sigourney Weaver, but if the movie tanks, we may not get anything.
That's the way I'm looking at it. Yeah,
really. I mean, you can't be like, oh, I hope it tanks, because then we'll never see this.
No. And I don't think anybody should want a movie to fail, because you never know what could come out of it if it's successful. But I mean, I don't know. I was like you. I was excited for that idea that Blomkamp did, especially with that concept art too.
Yeah.
That came out. I was like, well, that's a really interesting premise, and I think that could bring a lot of people who weren't happy with like AVP, AVPR, Prometheus, and before that Alien 3 and Alien 4. That could kind of reel those people back in, and then you can go from there. Then it was like, no, you're not getting that. You're getting this. And it was like, well, we don't really want that. We want the other thing.
Yeah.
But now you're forcing us to watch this. Whatever. Like, and don't get me wrong. Alien Covenant sounds interesting, and from what we've seen, it looks interesting. But I got to tell you, I think there's going to be a lot of people that are like, I didn't even like the first Prometheus. Why would I go see Prometheus 2?
Right.
Which is why I think they're not calling this Prometheus 2 or anything with Prometheus in the title. I think that they're trying to get, not like underhandedly, but I think that what they're doing is they're calling this Alien something, in this case Alien Covenant, so that people will go, and once they're in the theater, it's like, surprise, this is Prometheus 2. And then
it is Prometheus 2, though. I mean, it's a continuing story.
Yeah.
But they just don't want to call it that.
I think that if they put Prometheus in the title, people will be like, oh, that's the sequel to that.
Well, it was supposed to be called, what, Paradise Lost?
Paradise Lost, yeah.
But then he screwed up because he's like, yeah, I took it from this book I really liked, and people are like, all right, well, give us millions of dollars, and then you could use it. And it's like, right? I mean, it's like basically, now you can't use it now. So Prometheus, people weren't crazy about the Prometheus title either.
I don't know. The thing that I wasn't too thrilled about way back when they said that Naomi Rapace wasn't going to be the main character, I was like, hey, wait a minute. What do you mean? Like, it ended with a... You know what I really hope they don't do, and I could actually really see them doing this? I hope they don't make her the villain of this movie. Like, they go out there, they find her ship, and she's gone insane or something.
Oh.
And then, like, they're like, oh, we've got to stop her. And then it's like, oh, well, or something like that.
I don't know what his problem is, but she was the hero
She was awesome.
And she was awesome. And I don't know what his issue is that he can't continue that.
Well, we don't know if it was. I mean, it could have been on her end, maybe behind the scenes. Maybe she didn't want to do it.
I don't think so. I don't think so at all, because pretty much from what I heard from her, she was willing. She was the type of actresses that would do things if you asked her to lose weight, whatever, just to get the role. I mean, that's what I read a lot about her, and she was even spending money, just to like make people happy with her, and going overboard, Yeah. And I just thought her performance alone.
Oh, I thought she was great. She reminded me so much of Ripley, but yet she was her own character. It wasn't like Ripley.
I don't remember anybody that gave birth and has run down a corridor after that. I mean, that's right. Amazing. Amazing. So if he doesn't do her justice by having her as a main part of that movie, then there's going to be that's going to take already. People are going to rebel.
That's definitely something they need to do, and I think they also need to answer some of the questions from Prometheus that they raised, but they kind of didn't. Like, I can understand them not answering them in Prometheus and then maybe bringing it over to a sequel, but if you don't kind of go back and touch upon some of the stuff in Prometheus, I think it's a wasted opportunity unless you're planning on doing it in another movie, which that's getting a little overzealous in my opinion. Right. But like there were so many things in Prometheus that they could have explained. They didn't. And it's like, okay, well, if you're not going to explain it in Prometheus,
right,
you should explain it in Alien Covenant. Because I think what could happen if they do that, and if Alien Covenant is good, that could get a lot of people who are invested in the movie and in the franchise to go back and watch Prometheus with this new knowledge in mind and kind of say, oh, okay, so
right,
that's what they were trying to do here. And that could make Prometheus seem even better than it was. Because I liked Prometheus. But I have to admit, it had a lot of problems.
Yeah, it did.
A lot of weird things, and it was like, explain.
Yeah.
Because if you look into kind of the behind the scenes stuff, like the documentaries, and you read stuff, they were going for something that was really weird, but it worked. Like that black goo.
Yeah.
Remember the geologist who had the
yes.
orbs, and he was supposed to turn into like a xenomorph.
Right.
And then they got rid of that, and he turned into that like zombie kind of thing.
Yeah, that was.
I was like, well, it would have been better if he started to turn into the xenomorph, because then you could be like, oh, so that black goo is kind of like the origin.
Right. So in other words, these engineers or whatever they are, right?
Yeah.
They technically didn't create the alien species, or they tried to modify the alien species.
Well, that's again, we don't know, because
I don't really think they did create anything. I think that they're probably messing with DNA and trying to make, or because the thing is, I think nobody accepted the fact that we're trying to make it like these people created the human race and all these other things, because that would screw things up with religion and everything.
Well, that was a big problem when the movie came out. I don't know if you remember that.
I remember that.
The beginning of that movie pissed a lot of people off, and I was like, it didn't bother me, because you got to remember, like, and this is what I try to like get out there when I say my opinion. This is a work of fiction. It's not saying this is how this happened in reality.
Correct.
In this world, this is how this happened.
Right.
But what I think gets overlooked in this movie a lot, and I don't know why, is that Naomi Rapace's character is a Christian woman.
Yes.
When they raised the idea that there is no God, she said no, because who do you think created them in order for them to create us?
Right.
So it was like, they're not saying religion's bad or that it doesn't exist. They're just saying, in this story, this is how we're saying this happened.
Right.
In no way are we saying, hey, you know what, this is what happened in reality. So I was like, okay, it doesn't bother me too much, but.
Yeah. All right. So we got that May release, right?
Yeah, I think the 19th, May 19th.
Okay. And Kong is when?
March.
That's going to do so good.
I hope so.
That's going to do so good.
I'm very worried about it, though.
Really?
Because
what? We lost you what?
I'm sorry. A week later, Beauty and the Beast comes out.
Oh.
So I think Kong's gonna have it for a little while, but I think Beauty and the Beast is gonna take that spot pretty quickly.
It's just too overcrowded.
Yeah, I mean, who knows?
All these movies are on top of each other, bro. I mean,
yeah.
Somebody's gonna knock somebody out, unfortunately.
I think. However, this is my thing. I think Beauty and the Beast will get the number 1 spot from Kong, but I have a funny feeling Kong's going to hold that number 2 spot for a while.
Well, let's look at the way it shapes with the release schedule.
I think it goes Logan, then Kong, then Beauty and the Beast.
I gotta tell you, I'm gonna go on a limb here, and I'm gonna say that Logan's gonna bomb.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because people what I get from people is that they're tired of seeing these futures. They're just in Days Future Past. What's this future? What's this future?
Sure.
To see a bleak future where everybody's dead, things don't go. People don't want to see that. Like that, the whole hope is lost. He gets old. I mean, I am one personally who doesn't like Old Man Logan, and they just revealed supposedly Secret Wars 2 is basically looks like the Marvel Universe is going to become Old Man Logan at this juncture.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Which I'm not crazy about that. So again, I don't really want to go to a movie where Professor X is dying, all the mutants are dead, Wolverine had aches and pains. This is to me, it's like Rocky 5. And I got to tell you, seeing Rocky that time where he's cutting cold cuts and, lost his millions, nobody wants to see that, dude. That was a bomb. And seeing this movie, I mean, there's no threat a big, I mean, maybe Mr. Sinister's in it or maybe whatever, but I'm not looking forward to this at all. And if Professor X body hopped into somebody else's body, which that one technically isn't his body, then when he dies, he's going to body hop into somebody else's body again. So there's no real death for him. And there's no reason why his healing factor is just not working appropriately. I mean, he's supposed to be, if it's supposed to stay the same. It's not supposed, his healing factor doesn't age. So, barring whatever, he could basically keep going on forever. I mean, it's not, you know what I'm saying? The healing factor is replenishing his cells. He's not aging. So that makes no sense why that's happening. And they already did that where the last movie where he lost his healing factor and he got it back. I mean, so I'm not really looking forward to this movie, unfortunately. I felt that they should have did something else. And with the Wolverine movies, it's how do you have a Wolverine movie without the X-Men really in it? I mean, no one's around always. It's weird for me. So, go ahead.
No, I understand. I do understand where you're coming from. I do, and I don't mean to be that guy, but the past few solo Wolverine movies have not been that good.
And I don't really think this one's gonna be good either.
The Wolverine, I mean, I gotta admit, this is following the pattern of they're built up and they look good, and then the movie comes out and it's oh, okay. Yeah. I got to tell you, the Wolverine, I walked out of there and I was just what the fuck? What? That movie was not that good. Origins, I was entertained, but then I went, when I first saw it, the more I thought about it, I was wow, yeah, that's not that good at all. I'm not even a big Deadpool guy. And the way that Deadpool was in that movie, I was just that is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's terrible. That's one of the worst things I've seen from a character. Yes. How far from the source material can you get? But, I mean, I got to tell you, Logan is not one of my anticipated movies for next year. I am probably going to go see it if I can because, that first trailer was really good and the international trailer was really good too.
Yeah.
But, I got to tell you, I never get excited for X-Men movies because I'm not really an X-Men person.
Right.
But Yeah. I don't think it looks bad. I just don't think I'm not excited for it like I am for Kong or Star Wars or like Thor, Spider-Man, anything like that. Guardians.
Right.
There's so much coming out next year.
Well, that's what I want to go into now. Basically, January, probably, it looks like for the first week, we're going to have Underworld, Blood Wars.
Okay.
Which I'm pretty sure that's going to be number one. I mean, they had this Animeville movie that they've delayed for 2 years, which I really don't think is going to do well. But then again, if it doesn't have a big budget, it'll probably be successful.
Yeah.
Because it costs $1 million, and then they'll do like $100 million or whatever. Then the second week, I know that Paramount was worried about monster trucks because they said that they think that's going to fail. So they're already counted it as a loss. There's another horror movie called Bye Bye Man. I don't know what that is. And there's another movie called Sleepless. But I think that Underworld's going to be number one for 2 weeks in a row, I think.
January doesn't really sound like much.
The 20th, we got Triple X, Xander Cage returning. I don't really think that's going to do well. I think that the top movie of that week's going to be Split. That's James McAvoy. Other than that, The Founder and the Resurrection of Galvin Stone, I think Split belongs to January 20th. The 27th, Resident Evil Final Chapter, it looks like that's going to be the number one movie, I think. I mean, I don't know what Gold is. I don't know what A Dog's Purpose is. I don't know what Bastards is. But I think Resident Evil is probably going to go out with a bang. What do you think?
Did Resident Evil get delayed?
From that?
No, I mean to that.
No, I think it was always coming out.
Was it? Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Because there were these ads. Weren't there ads
just
on television?
Recently, yeah.
Yeah.
They, you know what it is? They already are. I don't know why, but they were talking about stuff for the Super Bowl. And the Super Bowl is not out until, January, February?
Yeah.
So they're talking about movies coming out in Super Bowl time. And now, so November. So it's basically December. So some of these things we're going to see is not going to come out to next year far. Anyway, so. All right, so we got February. We got Blumhouse has a horror movie. We don't know what it is. Paramount's, going to try to release The Rings because that was delayed. They delayed all their movies, actually. Same kind of different as Me. I don't know what that is. The Space Between Us is a is a science fiction movie.
Yeah.
I mean, more than likely, Rings is going to be number one, I think.
I know that got delayed.
Yeah.
That was supposed to come out this year, right? And then it got,
That and Friday the 13th. So February 10th, we have 50 Shades Darker. We have John Wick, Chapter 2.
John Wick.
And Lego Batman.
Oh, wow, okay.
So take a guess what you think is going to be number one because, I mean...
Well, I want John Wick to be number one, but I doubt that will be... I'm going to say it's going to be either between 50 Shades or Lego Batman. I'm probably going to say 50 Shades.
Yeah.
That'll get people in there for Valentine's Day rush. A lot of women will go see that. They'll drag their boyfriends and husbands to go see that, and they'll all sit there miserable. Yeah.
And then they have to cleanse themselves after,
Yep.
The 17th, they're going to attempt to finally release Matt Smith's movie that they held.
Oh, Patient Zero?
Patient Zero. Poor Matt Smith, man.
He's man.
So hard. I feel so bad for that guy. Patient Zero, which is like a Cabin in the Woods type of crap, basically, with zombies or something. So good luck, Matt Smith, and, January. Was it January? Yeah. February, we're talking. I'm sorry.
February, yeah.
Good luck, Matt Smith, on February. The Great Wall, that's the other, that may be number one. That's who's that with?
Yeah, Matt Damon. It's about, them keeping out the monsters and behind the Great Wall of China.
Yeah, and then there's other movie, a horror movie called The Cure for Wellness. I don't know what that is. Fist Fight is a comedy. I'm pretty sure that Matt Smith's movie is not going to be number one. But none against Matt Smith, but it's just, I doubt it. The 24th February, The God Particle.
Okay, that is Cloverfield 3.
Definitely.
They confirmed that. Yes, that is Cloverfield 3. So, well, or I'm sorry, it's the next movie in the Cloverfield anthology. So if something's going to connect Cloverfield and 10 Cloverfield Lane, it's probably going to be in that movie.
And you called that this year, right? Or last year or whatever that was.
It was this year.
This year.
Technically, I didn't call it because it was a theory that was around and I saw it, but I have to say this. I'm interested to see because I think if they connect Cloverfield and 10 Cloverfield Lane through this movie or attempt to do something like that, I will be more open to the franchise.
Yes, me too. I think so. They got an animation movie, Rock Dog, at the same date, and Get Out is a horror movie. Again, I think God Particle, Cloverfield 3 will be the number one movie there. Now, March 3rd, Logan comes out. Probably number one.
Mm-hmm.
But then Before I Fall was another movie, and The Shack. But then the next week, March 10th, Kong Skull Island.
Yeah, there you go.
That's it. And then the week after that, the 17th, is Beauty and the Beast. So there's other two movies, I don't even know what they are. March 24th, King Arthur and Power Rangers in the same week.
Power Rangers, I think, is going to be good. I really do.
And a horror movie called Keep Watching. So I think that the number one movie will be Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Then March 31st, Ghost in the Shell. You think that's going to bomb? I don't know.
I don't know. I saw the trailer for the first time. We went to go see Fantastic Beasts. And the trailer was attached to Fantastic Beasts. And I don't have an opinion about the movie. I just looked at it and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. That's what I got too. Oh, yeah, that's nice. How was Fantastic Beasts, by the way? Really?
It was okay. It wasn't bad. It was. You know what it was? You know what they did in this movie? Hey, what's this? Wait till the sequel. Hey, who's that? Wait till the sequel. Hey, are you going to tie this up? Don't worry, it's going to be in the sequel.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to have 10 years of that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And all 10 years to lead up into that actor being 10 years old, and then they're going to restore Harry Potter movies, or no?
No, apparently he's not going to be the main character in all of them.
No, I mean after these movies.
Yeah.
I heard that they're bringing back Harry Potter, but he's 10 years old,
They might. It wouldn't surprise me. I'm waiting for the announcement that they're making the 8th book into a movie. The 8th play into a movie.
Yeah. April, we have Smurfs: The Lost Village, which
you're making another Smurfs,
but it's animated, and I honestly think that that's going to do really well.
That might, yeah,
because finally, I guess it's another reboot of sorts, or maybe not. I mean, it's just the Smurfs, not in the real world, but just I mean, it's kind of soft reboot, maybe. I'm not even going to read the other movies. Then we've got Fast 8 on April 14th. Wow. That should be, and then what else do we have here? The 21st, War with Grandpa, Unforgettable, and Born in China. Now, Fast 8 will probably still be number one. The 28th is unknown horror movies from Blumhouse, Paramount, and then there's a movie called The Circle, and then How to Be a Latin Lover. So again, I think for 3 weeks in a row, Fast 8 will be probably number one. Now, May, Guardians of the Galaxy, May 5th. And that will be number one. And then on the 12th, we get Barbie the movie. I didn't even know they were doing that, to tell you the truth.
Who?
Barbie?
Oh.
Is that Barbie? I don't know.
I guess.
All right, so Guardians of the Galaxy is going to be number one for 2 weeks in a row. Then on the 19th, we get Alien Covenant. Annabelle 2, Baywatch, Diary of a Wimpy Kid, The Long Haul, and The Nut Job 2, all in the same day. Oh, my Lord. Alien, it looks like Alien Covenant, I think.
Yeah.
Pretty much. And then Annabelle number 2 is number 2. And then Nut Job 2 is number 3. And then Diary of a Wimpy Kid's number 4. And Baywatch is probably going to be a bomb. Number 5. I'm predicting.
Well, The Rock is in that, so you never know.
Well, he's made. I didn't even know Hercules was the success that he did, but okay. Then we got on the 26th that freaking alien wannabe movie called Life, which I'm not, crazy about. And then Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh.
That will be number 1, I'm sure. You don't think?
I can't stand those movies. Especially, I heard this rumor that it's because of that movie that they moved Star Wars. I don't know how true it is, but I heard this rumor that reason because apparently they shot that and the last one back to back.
Which one?
They were like waiting for this 5th movie.
Oh, in other words, they filmed. This has been filmed a while ago.
From what I heard, apparently it was back to back.
Okay.
And they've been waiting to release this, and then because the last Pirates was in 2012.
Right.
Because it came out around like when Transformers Dark of the Moon came out.
Oh, so they had this sit.
Apparently I guess from what I heard, and I don't know how true it is, so take it with a grain of salt, but They had this back to back, and then they said, we're going to put this out, and then Star Wars, remember, was set for that month, in 2017.
Right.
Apparently they moved Star Wars, and they put this in there because they said, well, Star Wars is going to do well in December anyway, so.
Right. So now
we're going to make that our month.
December, right.
Yeah, so maybe they had that always planned that they were going to move Star Wars to put this in there, but from this rumor I'm hearing, it was like, no, they moved it to put Pirates in.
Right.
So, okay. And again, I don't like that series, so I have, I'm not going to go see it.
Okay. So we got in June Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
June 2nd, right? So, and Captain Underpants, I don't know what the hell that is animated.
Okay. Captain Underpants is a freaking wildly popular kids book series about a guy who dresses up in his underwear and a cape.
Oh.
And he fights like bathroom humor.
Oh, okay.
Seriously, yeah.
Wow. And then it looks like Universal is attempting to have their first movie in the Universal Monsters cinematic universe. So Tom Cruise's The Mummy comes out a week after Wonder Woman, the 9th.
Oh, dear.
Oh. And World War Z 2 comes out on the 9th?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I liked the first one.
Me too.
I'd go see that if I could.
Ooh, what is going to happen to Wonder Woman, I wonder? Is she going to destroy these people, or is it going to
here's my thing. Wonder Woman, of course, it's a superhero movie. It's a female superhero. So it's going to get that crowd. If the movie sucks.
It'll be gone in a week or 2 weeks or whatever.
Yeah, if the movie sucks, The Mummy could take that spot if it looks good.
So you think The Mummy would take it over World War Z 2?
I don't think World War Z 2 gets near the number 1 spot.
Okay.
To be honest, because I know that there are a lot of people that were disappointed with it, the first one. I think Wonder Woman gets the spot, but if it's bad, The Mummy gets close. I don't think it takes the spot, but I think it gets close. Unless Wonder Woman is awful.
Right.
Then I think The Mummy takes the spot, but who knows?
Also, I don't know if you saw the trailer for Cars 3.
Yeah, what the hell?
But they're making it like, they say, Cars 2 sucked, or now it's like this is basically Cars 2, but 3, and they're saying they really, that came out of nowhere.
It did. Listen, that was so dark. I was like, this is a Cars movie? Like, really?
I know. They're going in a weird direction with that. I mean, things will never be the same. Oh, God, I don't even know.
Unless it's a
Are they doing a Walking Dead Negan Cars movie, like where like he's destroyed or something?
Yeah, unless it's a parody. like it's a parody on dark movies, because that could be clever if it's like a satire of like something being it's supposed to be cheerful, but it's quote unquote dark, and they kind of like make like a whole bunch of jokes about that. That could be funny.
I don't know.
I don't know. That trailer didn't seem like it, so I don't know.
That was shocking. I got to tell you. So the 23rd of June, we got Transformers: The Last Night.
That's gonna be number one.
And Rock That Body comedy. I don't know what the hell that is.
Yeah, Transformers is gonna be number one.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't even know this was coming out. The 30th of June is Despicable Me 3.
Okay, then.
Well, that's going to probably be number one, I think. I mean, kids love that stuff, right?
Yeah, I don't know. It depends on what Transformers does, because if it does half of what Age of Extinction did overseas and over here.
All right, so we got July 7th belongs to Spider-Man Homecoming. Nothing is coming out July 7th. Just Spider-Man Homecoming. Not one movie is coming out. This is the funniest thing. No movie's coming out on the 7th. Okay. So it has to be number one because there's nothing else. All right. July 14th now. This is interesting. I'm 1,000% against this. Bad Dads. Which...
Oh, no!
That Bad Moms was fantastic. That is horrible. Absolutely not. War of the Planet of the Apes. You know, that's going to be difficult because Spider-Man and War. Oh, man, War is going to be.
That might take the spot.
I know. See, then you got the 21st. I don't know what the hell this is. Valerian and the City of the Thousand Planets.
That's some new sci-fi movie that's coming out. The trailer's out. I mean,
Dunkirk and Girl Trip.
Okay, Dunkirk. That's Christopher Nolan's movie.
Yeah.
So
the 28th, The Coldest Day, The Dark Tower, and an untitled Disney fairy tale live-action movie.
Okay.
This is July 28th. Let's see. August is Emoji the Movie.
What?
Blazing Sunrise and animated. And All I See Is You drama thriller.
Okay.
All right. August 11th is Chips, which is the, old show with the cops on motorcycles.
Okay. Never heard of it.
Yeah. And Baby Driver. Don't know about that. Wow, looks like August sucks. August 18th is The Hitman's Bodyguard and Everything.
Wow.
Oh, this is pathetic.
August.
Yeah, August sucks.
Dude, Kong should have come out in August.
I know.
It would have wrecked the house in August.
The 25th is Villa Capri. What is that? When I was a kid growing up, they would never put anything out like August. Your summer was over in July.
Yeah.
And then it's like crap. But then when Guardians of the Galaxy came out, it's supposed to change all that. But now they're not releasing nothing in August. Just all right.
They should have. Kong should have come out at the beginning of August. It would have had that whole month.
September is it. September 8th is it. Same thing. The 15th is the Soul Train. Whatever the hell that is.
Okay.
The 22nd is Ninjago.
Ninjago?
Yeah.
That's a Lego property, yeah.
And Granite Mountain. And I know you've been waiting for this for decades, but September 29th is Flatliners reboot or sequel or whatever. An American Made. Wow, that's pathetic.
So basically August and September is going to be no movies.
And then October 6th, we got My Little Pony.
Okay.
Against the Kingsman, The Golden Circle. And
Rex.
And Blade Runner 2049.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
I don't know. I think
Blade.
Kingsman might get it.
Yeah. Oh, and here we go. Finally, thank you. On Friday the 13th in October is Friday the 13th. Yay! Finally, we're not on Friday the 13th. And The Snowman is a thriller, and The Commuter is an action movie. All right, so Friday the 13th's got it on Friday the 13th. That's
Yeah, probably.
And then Insidious Chapter 4 is a week after.
Again, no interest in that at all.
Geostorm and The Mountain Between Us. Why does these movies come out in November? And then Saw
Comes out in November?
On the 27th next year.
Wait, when does Thor Ragnarok come out?
Let's see.
They leave that off the list?
No. Wait, did that get delayed?
It's supposed to come out next year.
No, wait a minute. Hold on. I'm sorry. Did I skip that? Okay, no. October. We were just doing October. They just screwed me up here. I'm sorry. That was October. All those movies are October. Ragnarok is in November 3rd.
Okay, yeah, okay.
November 3rd. Then we got on the 10th is Red Sparrow and the Star. I don't even know what that is. The 17th is Justice League. No movie coming up against Justice League. Nothing is released.
Well, there you go. There's your number one movie for a while.
The 24th is The Darkest Hour. So that's going to...
Wait a minute. The Darkest Hour?
Darkest
Is
Hour.
it a sequel?
It just says Darkest Hour.
I hope that's not what I'm thinking it is.
Focus Features is a distributor. Let me see. John Wright, Anthony McCartan, Gary Oldman, John Hurt, Lily James, Ben Matheson, and...
Okay, this must not be the movie I'm thinking of.
No. On the 22nd of November is Coco. It's an animated movie. Let It Snow is a romance, and Murder on the Orient Express.
Hey, Doctor Who!
There you go, a thriller. December.
Yeah, here we go.
I wonder what comes out on the 15th.
There's only one movie coming out.
Wait a minute. Let me go back for a second. Hold on. What happened here? So we go from November 22nd, right?
Yeah.
To December 15th. There's nothing coming out the first or second week of December.
That's probably because Justice League.
They're not releasing anything.
Well, you know what it is? The movies probably haven't been scheduled for those yet, so they're probably waiting. That's what I would think.
All right, so Star Wars Episode 8, December 15th.
Yeah, yeah.
On December 22nd is Jumanji.
Okay.
Pitch Perfect 3. $6 Billion Man.
Really?
Downsizing. That's the story of Ferndon Dan and an untitled PG-13 comedy from Warner Brothers. Star Wars Episode 8 is just going to destroy all these movies.
Probably.
And on the 27th is a musical movie, The Greatest Showman on Earth. Yeah. We know basically that Jumanji will not get a sequel.
Oh, you never know.
And just to, we're not going to really go into anything further, but finally our Maze Runner movie that's been delayed is coming out on January 12th of 2018. I'm not going to go through this, but I just wanted to say, yeah, he was really hurt, and no, he didn't film crap, and that's basically it. So, there you go. Wow, mouthful. What's this thing that I'm hearing? That are they deciding to not continue the Skywalker saga with after episode 9? I mean, what's up with that? Did you hear anything?
Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you.
Okay, I just want to make sure because you started lagging there for a little bit. From what I'm hearing, it's either been talked about or it's happening at possibly, it's not confirmed, but possibly after episode 9, the episode movies might not be about the Skywalkers anymore. Which, really think about it, to me, if that happens, that means a couple of things. First and foremost, 1, it means Rey is not a Skywalker. 2, it means Luke and Leia are going to die. And 3, it means either they're not going to consider Kylo Ren / Ben Solo a Skywalker, even though he technically is,
Right.
or he's going to die too.
So it's done.
I'm assuming that from now on, they'll still make episode movies like 10, 11, and 12, but they'll just be about
new characters.
I guess they'll just be about like maybe Rey continued, Poe, Finn, from there. In my opinion, I don't think that's going to happen. Because I think that too many people would get, how can you do that? And to me, there's no reason to do that because you have the anthology movies that are not about the Skywalkers. So you can tell any story you want with the anthology movies. There are no limits. As long as it doesn't infringe on the canon, you could do whatever you want. So why would you need to go to the episode movies and say no more Skywalkers? Unless Rey really isn't a Skywalker, which I don't believe she is. So that means either that Ben Solo is not being considered a Skywalker, which his last name is Solo, so if you really wanted to get technical, okay, or he's going to die. And then, there really are no more Skywalkers if Leia and Luke die.
Right.
So I don't know.
I don't know either. I just hope that it doesn't finish. That we don't see another episode again.
Yeah, I think we will. I think even if you kill all the Skywalkers, they could still do episode movies. My thing is, though, what they could decide to do, going on that point that you just made, they could say 10, 11, and 12, let's say, are there are no more Skywalkers by that time, and you could say that episodes 1 through 12, that's the Skywalker saga, and then you start a new one with 13 to whatever, or you don't do episode movies anymore and you just call these movies Star Wars. Insert title here.
You got to see, the whole thing is that from a marketing standpoint, they purchased the name so they could always do episodes because that's what they really spent the money for, is the $4.5 billion. Those movies make money. I mean,
of course.
Rogue One, will it make what Force Awakens makes or any other Star Wars movies? I don't know.
They're not expecting. They already said they're not expecting it to make what the Force Awakens made. But now, to that point though, is Rogue One going to make a lot of money? Hell yes. It's going to go crazy through the roof. But then
$1 billion easy.
I think so. But to that point again, I don't even think episode 8 is going to make what episode 7 is.
No, I don't. Yeah, that's another thing. I don't think episode 8 is definitely going to. I mean,
no,
it will make $1 billion. But
oh yeah, it'll be successful. Don't get me wrong. But what I'm saying is, episode 7 was the first Star Wars movie in 11 years, 10 years. Because the last one came out in 2005, episode 3.
Right.
I'm not talking about Clone Wars, the animated film, because that was terrible.
Yeah.
The show is great. That movie was terrible.
Right.
But so it was 2005 was episode 3. So you fast forward 10 years to 2015, you have episode 7. And the trailers, the way it was built up, you knew that movie was going to go unbelievable. Maybe not as much as it did. I couldn't believe that when I heard it. But episode 8 has something working against it. Or two things working against it. It's not the first Star Wars movie in 10 years. By then, we'll have two new movies, Force Awakens and Rogue One. And B, there are some people out there that did not like The Force Awakens.
Yeah.
They were disappointed in certain things, or they didn't like the whole movie. I haven't really heard a lot of people that didn't like the whole movie. I've heard people that were disappointed in certain things,
right,
but still thought the movie was good. You might have some people that are like, no, I don't like this new direction. I'm not going to see 8.
They might drop off.
Small number, but
yeah,
that's going to affect it.
So, well, look at Avengers: Age of Ultron, right? And I know you don't like as much as I liked it, I think, but right, but
Yeah, I don't really like Age of Ultron.
it didn't really. It made under what Avengers did, but not by much.
Oh no, yeah, it still made a lot of money.
It made like $100 million less than Avengers, right, or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
And some idiot said that they considered it but it wasn't a failure. I mean, that's just stupid talk.
It wasn't it wasn't a failure, but I heard from a financial point they were considering it a disappointment because it didn't make more than the Avengers. So,
but you can't keep thinking that mentality that each movie's going to be bigger than the other ones. I mean, you'll never there's going to be movies that are just not going to,
Oh yeah.
See,
but you
now
gotta remember when you're looking at a business like that, it's like, hey, how come this one didn't make more than the other one?
Well, let me ask you one question before we go.
Sure.
Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Yeah.
Is this going to be the movie that's going to be more money than not only the Amazing Spider-Man movies, but Sam Raimi movies? Like, is this movie going to make more money than the highest Sam Raimi movie of Spider-Man?
I think it definitely makes more than the 2 Amazing Spider-Man movies. I don't think it makes more than 3, Spider-Man 3, because despite being a horrible movie, it made a lot of money. I don't think it makes more than 3. I think it gets maybe around where 1 and 2 were. And this is why I say that. Yes, it's another reboot, and people we know don't like reboots, especially the third time.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. He was great in Civil War.
Yep.
And a lot of people liked him.
Yep.
So you've got a good Spider-Man, you got a good Peter Parker so far.
Mm-hmm.
B, this is a Marvel in-house movie. It connects to everything else. It's going to have the crowd that now goes sees all these movies to see what connects and what that. And then C, which is probably the thing that you're going to love and that I love, it's Spider-Man.
Yeah.
It's Spider-Man. Arguably the most popular Marvel hero ever. My
favorite superhero in the world. Right. So, again, like, not a lot of people know this, but you have a list of things you want to do when you grow up, or goals you set for yourself. Besides doing my books and then my sci-fi novel, when I evolve, I guess, I always wanted to write the Spider-Man comic, Amazing Spider-Man. So, besides Doctor Who being my favorite, like, sci-fi TV show, Spider-Man's my favorite comic book, Amazing Spider-Man. So, I'm going to be my glory when that comes out. So, it's going to be party time. Well, so that's it. All right. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Take care. Bye for now.